Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Token Cast Life Stories. I'm your host and sometimes referee, Zach Stat Pearson, the friendly neighborhood one, of course. And today, I'm joined by the living legend of what the hell just came out this man's mouth, one of our oldest members and most evasive and elusive, one Haven Morris, aka Toki Blackheart.
I need like 200 pounds of candy right now.
Don't actually give him that. He's a fucking diabetic. So for those of you who pretty much have seen any fucking episode of Life Stories, you already know that I used to be in the military. And I made a lot of friends. Some of them I was able to keep up with once they left the military. No one ever leaves the military at the same time. And sometimes after they leave, shit gets weird. In this particular case, it was within 72 hours of my man Morris leaving the military. So, just a opener for this. There's a special ward or section in almost every military installation where it's essentially where people who are disabled or who have recently become disabled get medically separated from the military, or anybody who gets separated from the military end up, whether it's an honorable or a dishonorable discharge. Essentially, they're spending 14 days to process paperwork to get you back to wherever it is you're going to go, or they're going to figure out where you're going to be while you're what's labeled as a med hold. One particular location was called C95th. But of course, seeing as how this was boot camp at the time, we would never be called something that nice. They called us Cripple 95th. They didn't care if you were getting kicked out. They didn't care if you were a med hold. As far as all the drill sergeants and regular sergeants were concerned, you're a cripple. So they called us Cripple 95th because the label for the location was C, the letter, then the number 95th. TH on the end. Yeah. Assholes. But to be fair, it's boot camp. They're not there to be nice to you.
Drank 2 beers and I'm going home thinking nothing about you.
Speak up. So, all right. Now, when I first meet Morris, the worst thing that happened was a very, very, very disturbed individual. I'm not saying he shot up a school or some shit. It's more like I can tell there is something deeply disturbed in this motherfucker. But I couldn't tell if he himself even knew it. There's a guy named Wagner. Apparently they even had a nickname for him at his old barracks when he, based on how weird or awkward you were, they called it Wagner status. I was never in Morris's or Haven for this story. I was never in Haven's same exact location. Again, I only met him as he was going out and I was stuck in med hold. Spinal hyperextension, yay! So, one day I just go to take a dump because military, I can do that. And I'm in the barracks. Now, everyone knows there is no such thing as a private bathroom in the military. You should be so lucky. So, Wagner is 2 stalls down from me. And whilst I'm getting ready to, relieve myself, I start hearing humming. But it wasn't normal humming like, I'm bored, there's a song stuck in my head, earworm. It's more along the lines of, is this motherfucker mumbling that he's going to kill somebody? Or that he's mad that a woman didn't want to fuck him and he's contemplating killing her. But again, it could have also been a song, as fucked up as that sounds.
You've heard some of my songs.
That's different. Oh, just so we're clear, he doesn't mean music he's made, it's music he listens to. So I heard something along the lines of, don't wanna fuck me, fucking kill you, and I was like, the actual fuck? But I got out, washed myself up, wiped my ass, and I didn't ask questions. I don't hate Wagner. I never hated Wagner, but I noticed how fucking weird he was. Then, later on, like maybe 3 or 4 days later, Morris tells us the concept of Wagner status and how some people in the barracks were acting like they had Wagner status. Basically, awkward motherfucker, but not a nerd, more like awkward motherfucker in that you're kind of scary way, especially around women. And then Morris leaves, unfortunately. So then afterwards, I start telling some of the new people and old people about, man, I've never come across somebody that fucking awkward. So, guy by the name of Kelly, he was being medically discharged, and he had a right hand that couldn't stop shaking about, half an inch or a little bit less than half of an inch every single second. Unfortunately, he sustained an injury, and sometimes that stuff happens, and they were just trying to get the paperwork to get him discharged. So he said, "Oh, Pearson, you just ain't been here long enough." Well, what do you mean by that? So he tells me about, bro, you weren't here for washing machine guy. The fuck you mean washing machine guy? I was like, oh yeah, I'll tell you about that later. So it was nighttime, lights are getting ready to go out. I don't think I ever got told the story of washing machine guy, but Kelly, seriously, if we bump into each other again, I'm gonna ask you about that shit. But I'm telling people, do they know anything about washing machine guy? Completely forgetting that, well, Kelly's been here since day one. Not really, but anybody who's been there longer than everybody, which is basically only 3 people, they get called day oneers. So, I shit you not, I wake up the next day and somebody who was washing up found their bed on the floor. And I was like, hey, who slept on the floor? I don't think anything is going on. Now, this fat, short, stubby motherfucker who had no friends, and well, cause he left after you, was the guy who, we should probably mention that, the guy who fucking started pretending to beat off in front of me just because I said I can't see in fog because I need my glasses. Yeah, that fucking weird guy. By the way, he got like a less than honorable or dishonorable. He's a genuine piece of shit.
What happened to old buddy that let go of the?
Oh, the dude who had a ripped asshole. That guy?
No. He was climbing the tower and just let go and fell in between.
Oh, that fucking idiot. Okay, well, he's his own story. I legit wanted to beat his ass, but I felt like I would maybe catch a murder charge because he was frail. But we'll talk about him. So this guy was still there. So this fucking man-child, not even child, this toddler of a fucking adult, decided that because somebody told that he had got a dishonorable or less than honorable, he wanted to fuck with their bed. But the only thing this bastard could think of to do in a room full of other dudes who would let 2 dudes beat each other's ass for their own entertainment. Not saying I would do that, but when you're bored and you're like young, unfortunately, your mind can go to some sick places. Instead of breaking up a fight, you'll film it and go world star. They say it like it's a joke, but people have done that.
I mean, we were doing that in our regular barracks, like choking each other out. I taught a couple of them how to actually do a chokehold before they got into combatives. And then we weren't actually able to go full combatives. They made us start on our knees.
They did that to everybody. It's kind of weird. So anyways, this guy, I asked, whose bed is this, or who slept on the floor last night? So everyone's like, who the fuck would want to sleep on this floor? So they came over to see this shit. And it's this little fat stubby guy. I don't know his name, but we're gonna call him Douchebag for the purposes of this video and audio recording for you Spotify people and Audible people who listen to this. He said, oh no, well, if someone's gonna fuck with me, the goal is to fuck with them. What? What are you talking about? So then the dude who was in the washer, the dude who was brushing his teeth came out, and he just started going ballistic. And all of a sudden, this little brave douchebag started getting scared. He's like, what the hell is wrong with you, bro? And then that's when we found out he's just mad that he told him that he got a less than honorable or dishonorable. I'm like, bro, put the bed back. What's up?
Isn't that the same fucker that got our whole stash locker took away?
No, that was the ripped asshole guy. Also, apparently he is the nephew, supposedly, of Mankind, if you remember your wrestling history.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's like a really long time ago.
His name was Jacob Adams, the guy with the ripped asshole. Which is a weird thing to say because it's an asshole. But anyways, so what ends up happening is we put the bed back and his friend's like, hey man, calm down. Listen, if you beat his ass, you're going to be here longer than 14 days, bro. Even if you deserve it. It's like, so I looked at this fat guy again, like, hey, douchebag. I didn't call him that because I don't know what his name is anymore. Why did you do that? Well, he was messing with me. He was in the bathroom. But of course, word spread through the grapevine. He got a lesser honorable, dishonorable. But see, here's the thing. Everybody who's there has done something. Whether it's you just couldn't meet a standard or you're a straight up douchebag. We all know it. But we're not here, not just as madholes, but everyone in that barracks, to make your situation worse. So if someone just told what you did or that you did something, why are you mad? No one's bullying you for it. No one made fun of him for it.
I mean, you out the military anyway. You're going home. These people you ain't probably never gonna see again unless you're crazy like a couple of fuckers sitting in this room right now.
Oh, wow, I'm crazy because I used Facebook the way it was intended. Okay.
I mean, I don't use Facebook the way it was intended.
You're also a lazy motherfucker, so what does that tell you?
I mean, I like to think of it as calculated efficiency.
You can't put that in your fucking pockets. Why you put your ball sack straight up on your phone, man? There's a bed right there. There's a cushion I put your fucking Sprite can on. And there's 2 different tables. No, 3, 4 tables, man. Damn, I got more tables than anything in here. That's kind of fucked up. I just realized that I got too many fucking tables.
So it's a reflex. So when I
put your phone on next to your ball sack.
So anything that I've had in my hand and I'm sitting in a chair or I was sitting out in my car, I instantly put it between my legs. Like my drink.
What? You have a cup holder in your car.
It's just a reflex, bro. Like I'm used to doing it just like forever.
Oh my god, this is gonna be weird. I'm not editing any of this, by the way.
Oh, that's fine. Like
no, I mean
too much work. Keep it efficient.
Anyways, so we talked to this dude and fuck, I almost lost my place. What happened after that? Oh, so I just yelled out, man, somebody put that fucking bed back. Now I'm not in charge, but people generally understood that bed needed to go back, right? So eventually at some point in time, now this is the guy, I don't remember his name, but I think it was Drill Sergeant Richardson. He was like the most well-balanced drill sergeant I've ever come across in my life. If you didn't fuck up, he not gonna fuck with you. He not gonna shit talk you. Maybe unless you got a shitty sports team. Fucking love that guy. And he'll joke around. He knows that we're in this room where we can't say shit or we gotta keep the volume down for like 6-7 hours and we can't even leave our seats unless to go to the bathroom. It's easy to lose your fucking mind in that place. You were only there 14 days.
I was only there 14 days, but I have ADHD, so as soon as I find a spot on the wall, my mind's gone. Bro,
listen. Some of the people in there, the ones that I met, the other med holds, almost every single one had been in there over a year.
Yeah,
crazy to think about, right?
Yeah, the guy that fell between the mats broke his back.
Oh yeah, I think
was there since I started basic training.
I think his name was Pierce. He was saying some like derivative of mine, but I think it was Pierce. Yeah, it was Pierce. So we gonna get on that fuckboy in a second because he started pissing me off for no damn reason. I'm on the opposite side of the room, literally. I don't fuck with the dude, but then he kept thinking that he wasn't fucking with me, and then he would get offended. Well, why are you mad at me? It's like, you're a fucking asshole.
I mean, he could be. He had that sweet ass cane.
Yeah,
didn't it have
a
like
fucking
an
teenager,
eagle head on it?
a fucking teenager walking around with a cane, thinking he the shit when you disabled. That is so weird to me. But but we gotta phrase that very, very cautiously because there's a difference between I hate this person and making fun of a disabled person for being disabled.
No.
No, I'm just saying for later when we get to him.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so, because, don't get me wrong. If you hate somebody, I can't control that. I can't stop you. I can maybe try to assuage or make the situation civil and and solve it diplomatically. But bullying disabled is completely different shit. So, anyways, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, so that Drill Sergeant Richardson, I think that's his name. He just comes back and he starts hearing about this dude. And he says, "Hey, who out there throwing beds?" Now that was funny because he was serious, but it just came out funny. You can't say that and sound serious. Like if you were Batman, who's out here throwing beds? It's just always gonna be fucking hilarious. Okay, it's still working. Let me make sure. Yeah. So you just saw like 16, 20 people just point at this motherfucker. It's like, get your ass over here. I need a battle, guys. It's like,
nah, you don't need no fucking battle.
Bro, there's like there's 80 people in this room. You're not going alone anywhere. Just go talk to him. It's like, so I see you got a fucking problem? Why are you throwing beds? And he couldn't even give him a straight answer, right? Yeah. So this dude, this is how he did this. Was like, look, you got two choices. You gonna piss me off, or you're going to act right. And just to make sure this goes a lot better, you're gonna sleep here. And we were all looking around, even the med holders. They hadn't even seen this shit before, and they've seen everything, right? Including projectile diarrhea. I'll get into that later. That happened like the day after you left. That was scary. And fucking, I want to make sure I'm not focused. Oh yeah. So they told him stand at parade rest, and then that drill sergeant or the next person who took over the shift came in with a solo sleeper. Now, for those who aren't sure what that means, it's basically a really narrow rectangular camping unit meant for one person to basically just lay flat. You ain't rolling around, you ain't nothing. And it's got a little screen on it so, you know, they can see in there. And it had to face the drill sergeant's desk. This man literally had to sleep in the fucking middle of the entire med entrance every single night until he left after that. Also, I think it was me. I don't think you did it. But I also mentioned, like, no, that guy's a legit. They asked me about this dude. I was like, no, he's a legit scumbag. He has a problem. Also, he, like, pretend to beat off in front of me because I couldn't see correctly in fog without my glasses in the shower. It's like, and someone's like, is he gay? It's like, no, he's just fucking dumb. Because I remember that, like, you and cinema was like, now for those who don't know, you don't really ever shower alone in the military unless you get your own room. So our barracks had about 8 shower stalls, 3 on the left and right side of the wall and 2 on the back furthest wall. And
those were the ones that didn't have curtains. Those are the ones you came in with. Yeah, it was just an open. Oh fuck those showers.
Them shits fogged up so fast it wasn't even funny. So I don't even remember what me and Morris were talking about. Oh yeah, I remember. And I still got that bottle too, cause I got so many different types of hair conditioners. And I was looking for my bottle of Tresemme, and I was getting ready to bring it in there. And I was telling him about it, and we just stood there. I was like, man, I can't see shit. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, well, when there's this much fog with my glasses prescription, I can't like see nothing. So then douchebag turns around, like, so you can barely see me? It's like, I just see like a blur of where your head is, essentially. Now, we're not actually in the shower yet. We're like standing by the door. So this dude takes his dick in his hand, and he just starts literally shaking it at me and pretending to beat off. And now, I don't see him moving, but I see an arm moving. So I just turn to Morris and I say, is he standing there pretending to beat off? Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's got fucking problems. I don't remember what you said, but I know that's what I said.
I think I said something that made him extremely uncomfortable because he didn't realize.
You were bisexual.
I was like, hey, if you're going to start a party, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then I think he froze and thought about it, and then he just stopped. And then he didn't talk to you for like the rest of it. You lucky bastard. Now, eventually, that guy pretty much leaves. He's separated from the barracks. What's up?
He was in my fucking unit.
Uh-huh.
He stole ice cream from the fucking defect by putting it in his fucking cargo pocket.
Wait, one of them little ice cream sandwiches?
No, he took like the soft serve ice cream and put it in his cargo pocket.
What the fuck?
And we called him soft serve for the rest of the fucking thing.
Wait, please tell me what the drill sergeant did when they found this out.
Oh, we did flutter kicks for about an hour.
Why the fuck?
Everybody did, because you're not supposed to take food out of the...
No, I'm saying, why didn't they just go after him? Didn't nobody know he did that?
No, because you never talk to anybody in the defect, because the minute you open your mouth, everybody's done fucking eating.
That's fucked up. what is it, like 6 minutes from the time everyone in your platoon sits down.
Yeah, the last person sits. You can't sit down until the last person gets there, and then they be like, "All right, you can commence eating." And you sit down, and you shovel all the shit in your face because you got 6 minutes from the time that dude sat down, and then everybody's over there with grenades.
Yeah,
and fucking
hold your cups like why the fuck is that even important?
I mean, so
fucking hated that.
They're breaking it down and all that bullshit. So it makes you prepared for the grenade range, but they want to be assholes. So normal people walk around 2 cups, and then also it's easier for them not to have messes to clean up after fucking privates get smoked all fucking day.
Yeah,
because you got all this extra support. But they had us get down and do fucking flutter kicks. And we're doing flutter kicks. And this motherfucking ice cream falls out of his pocket. Because they do flutter kicks to make sure you have nothing in your cargo pockets.
I would just say make people individually jump, but that could take forever.
So drill sergeant walk up and is like, the fuck is that?
Oh my god, I've never heard this story.
So
and I'm the one telling it.
So we have to do flutter kicks for a fucking hour.
Oh my god, that has to
which is really bad for like
everyone. All
of us, because some of us are actually really good at hiding our snacks. So we're sitting there for a fucking hour. I have two packs of oatmeal cookies in this cargo pocket, and then peanut butter and crackers in the other one.
Oh my god!
And then big homie down the way got him like the little saltine crackers.
Yeah, I fucking love those.
So we're over here looking at each other like, this man gonna get us fucked. So eventually we make it.
Please tell me no drill sergeant slipped on the shit.
No, they didn't. He's just like, I know that's not fucking soft serve ice cream on my fucking floor. And the man just doesn't have an answer. And because he doesn't have an answer, the drill sergeant just, you see that bane in the drill sergeant's face.
Oh yeah, when they're really yelling. Oh my god.
Just like, you fat motherfucker, you fatty cakes. You know what? We gonna run when we get back. I was like, yo, if
Please tell me y'all jumped him when y'all got back to the barracks.
No, because the drill sergeant specifically sat him in the front. They moved his bed to the front, so he was next to the drill sergeant door, so they could hear. So they could hear if we started fucking with him.
Oh, so they knew he was gonna kill him.
Because immediately it fell out of his pocket. And everybody in the fucking platoon looked at him.
Oh my god, are you fucking serious?
And you can hear everybody's military bearing break, like, this dumb motherfucker. Like, everybody takes food from the defect. It's a given thing because
no,
you didn't.
Literally never, and I had to go through basic fucking twice.
I mean, but you got stuck in a med hole, so you got a little something wrong in your head.
No, I had a spinal hyperextension. I said it earlier in the video.
Yeah, we know.
No, they don't. No one ever asked. Like literally, people actually don't know.
Oh well, I knew.
Oh yeah, because you was there. So
yeah, so people take food from the defect all the time. They're literally. You can literally find your like 2 or 3 people that keep their snacks stashed in all the little cracks and crevices.
By the way, have you noticed it's always either the extremely skinny, tiny motherfucker or the really big guy?
Yes.
It's never nobody in the middle. It's always one of those two.
Yeah. Or it's the extremely athletic guy because they have that habit of eating like every fucking hour and all that workout stuff. And you walk past, you see the muscle head all leaned over and be like, nigga, are you eating beef jerky? Where the fuck you get beef jerky from?
Well, see, for me it was like when I took out the trash because there's a barracks maintenance duty. I was like, there's every single day there's going to be peanut butter packets. Like, y'all really love peanut butter packets? Like, nah, it's just the easiest thing to smuggle. So I thought it was like, you're
not
right.
lying. You take the peanut butter smack,
put it right in your belt.
You can take it and put it in your sock.
No, that's the first place they check. I put that. If I did it, I would put it in my belt.
Oh no, so they never actually physically checked you. They make you do exercises that jostles your pockets.
Oh no, they did that to y'all. No, they would check us.
So you're like, as long as I got somewhere that's elastic or something, it won't fall out. And, you know, the secret pocket in the hat always.
No one ever thinks to check it. I think they forget it's there, or they've been in the military since before those hats had pockets in them, so theirs don't have them. Because, you know, some of the older sergeants, they got like Velcro and shit instead of buttons, even though we switched back from buttons to Velcro, then back to buttons. Apparently, Velcro was getting people murdered. I'm not even joking. I'll tell you about it when this is over.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up, but kind of funny.
I seen the video. You watch Angry Cops, right?
No, but I do know what happened. But you know, YouTube don't like when we talk about murder stuff. So we'll talk about that one later. So so is that why he got kicked out, or did he do something after that?
He just wasn't meeting his PT scores, man.
No, he's an asshole.
Just like, you know, I'm built for like the push-ups and the sit-ups.
But you
that
go around.
run.
See, for me, I think the problem is just that there's no reason to not make us do it indoors. So here you are out here in t-shirts and shorts. You can't wear any warm weather gear under it, because they tell you, no, just do this, this, and this, a specific outfit. And since you're in t-shirt and shorts, they're gonna know if you put anything on to make yourself warm, right? That was legitimately bad for us. Now, mind you, I don't particularly think the drill sergeants gave a shit. They just go by what they were told that we're supposed to do. I get it. But when I was talking to the med-hold doctors and the sergeant doctors, like Staff Sergeant Gray, and shout out to the entire Fort Sill medical department. I want to thank you guys specifically for making sure before I got out of there, I could walk upright. Thank you so much. They would tell me, like, oh yeah, see, there's a lot of stuff that we know is bad for you, but we can't even tell you till you come see us. Well, by the time you come see us, it's too late. I was like, oh, like what?
Like running in the cold.
I was like, let me ask you something. When's the last time you felt your big toe? I was like, how the fuck do you know that? I didn't even mention that. It's like, wow, but we can get into that shit all day. So yeah, that douchebag. But y'all didn't get kicked at the exact same time. There was a layover, so you left before he left. Here's the thing, though, he wasn't the problem after that, because he can't leave that room. Like, he got it worse than everybody. But there was one person who was hated even more. And I mean, when I say hated even more, I mean, I can't say what I want to do to him on YouTube, but believe me when I tell you, if I had the chance, I probably would have, and I might not have even regretted it, unless I got caught. So, this motherfucker's name, which I'll never forget, but the way this story is going to end is the hilarious part to me. Menifee. Or my enemy. Menifee got a dishonorable discharge, possibly in record time. He got a dishonorable discharge within 48 hours. He didn't even get to his duty unit. Now, let me tell you something about basic. When you get to your duty unit or your unit of service or your designated unit, that's not even considered day one. Day 0 is from in processing, medical evaluations, all this stuff, to when you get to your actual unit and hit the bed. That's technically the start of day 0, right? This guy literally got off the bus, and 48 hours later, he's in our barracks for a dishonorable discharge.
What the fuck did he do?
I'm glad you asked that. But it's not even what he did. It's what he kept doing, got worse, and it escalated to where almost everybody wanted to beat the absolute fuck out of him. And if the drill sergeants literally brought this man to the middle of the room and sat on top of him and beat his face in, people would be asking for their autograph. That's how bad this dude was.
But when's my turn?
Yes. So this is really the tale of Menifee, and also a hilarious end to a friendship from, I don't know, someone with ADD. I want to be mad at her, but it was fucking stupid to me. So I'm like almost indifferent. It's really weird. So, as you know, there were male and female medholds, but we're just gonna focus on the 2 primary players for the females and the 5 dudes who were around this entire story. No, 3 females actually. So, Menifee gets in, and he doesn't even come in the same door as we do. He got to use the drill sergeant's entrance. I'm like, why is this private so special, right? So a drill sergeant came in, and I'm there during his in-processing. I even helped do his in-processing, making sure he had the proper inventory and all this stuff. He didn't have anything on the list. That's how I found out he got kicked out so fast. He didn't even get his own equipment yet. They give you that the 4th day, right? So here's what this dude did. This drill sergeant came in, and I've never seen a drill sergeant who's like, hey, listen, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you can't be here. Like, he's not yelling at him or cursing at him. This is weird. What the fuck did he do? Because everyone wanted to know. Well, now, most people, it's almost like jail when you end up in quote unquote cripple 95th. It's like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. What are you in for? Oh, I'm a med hold. That guy's a discharge. Blah, 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 blah. Like, we're just getting to know each other. Everyone literally wanted to know what he did. Right? So, the drill sergeant on duty tells us, hey, Pearson, go knock out that in processing. I forgot what the drill sergeant's name was, but me and him were kind of friendly. He asked me where I'm from and all this stuff. And he just realized that I know I'm a med hold, but I'm trying to keep my sanity. And when you're a med hold, and I do mean this, you get it a lot worse than the people who got a dishonorable discharge do. You know why? They get to leave in 14 days. When you're a med hold, you don't know when you leave. The military doesn't know when you leave. And guess what? If you're a medically discharged med hold, whenever you get fixed in the military, you still got to add almost, I think, 8 months before you can go. Or they're going to wait till they can book you for a surgery, then wait another 8 months, then let you do your paperwork, then wait another 8 months. I went in there in 2013. I technically did not leave. I went in there October of 2013. I didn't leave med hold status except by random fluke for a family emergency until April of the following year. So from October to April, I was still on Fort Sill. Then, since I'm National Guard, and I said I only need, apparently this little issue I have, my personal family issue, I only need 10 days to resolve. I told my first sergeant and my XO to their face, hey, I only need 10 days. Put me back in 10 days. We'll do what we can. They did. But here's the thing, when you're National Guard, it's not a switch they can flip. I had to wait 7 months, and over the course of 7 months to get back in off of emergency leave, bro, they gave me false starts 3 times. Hey, it's time for you to go back. I was like, oh, okay, what day? You're going on this day. All right. Day beforehand. Hey, false alarm. 3 times in a row. 3 times in a row.
They did that to me when I first was in processing.
Mm-hmm.
They was like, have you ever got arrested for anything?
Did you?
But I was a minor, so it didn't count.
Well, look, just be thankful they didn't find out you had ADHD, because even if you get it fixed, you're not allowed to join the military, I think, for 8 years or 8 months after you've had ADHD.
Intrusive thoughts, they're always here. But, yeah, so I in process, I'm at MEPS, and they're like, oh, so you know we're going to find out about anything you didn't tell us about, right? Because we the government.
Oh, that's a lie, but they say that. They still think I'm an only child and I'm the last of 9 kids. I've literally told my recruiters, hey, look, I'm the last of 9 kids, but I don't know all their numbers. And also, if I put down all of my nieces and nephews, we're going to be here a long time. Because I got great nieces and great nephews, and I might have a great-great or great-great niece or nephew. It's like, so you're an only child, gotcha. Like, literally, that's what they said to me.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there, and he was like, is there anything you would like to disclose? Anything at all? And I was like, so, you know, being me, I get paranoid real easily. It was like, I don't need Uncle Sam all over here on my back. So I was like, so I got suspended in school.
I wouldn't even brought that shit up.
Like, they was like,
was it for assault?
Oh, yeah, no, I fought the shit out of motherfuckers at school.
Yeah, I don't even know why I asked.
And then, you know, I was like, and then I broke into a school.
The fuck?
Yeah, so.
Wow, somebody really wanted to take that math test.
So, Fort Drum, New York. Mm-hmm. There's a what's it called? It's a hill inside the community place where, you know, your family stay when you're on the base.
Residential area.
Yeah. So we went up that hill, and it was like, yo, there might be some candy still left in the classroom. So,
you broke into a school for some fucking candy.
So yeah, you don't know what they call me right now? They call me the Candy Man.
Nigga, I would call you the Candy Man just for telling me that damn story.
So,
bro, I'm telling everybody who met you today at some point this story.
So we get up there. It was like, oh, there might be candy. Oh, let's check the buses first. So we get on the buses. 15 buses. Set off all the fire extinguishers.
How? Why?
Because we were badass kids.
Oh, you thought that there was no cameras in school?
Oh no, we literally like took the fire extinguisher and pressed the nozzle against the camera and blew that shit into the camera.
Bro, there's still gonna be one angle at least where you can be seen.
Right, yeah, we're kids. We don't know that shit. So do that on 15 buses. So 15 fire extinguishers. And then, we're like, so I know Miss Grayson keep candy in her classroom. So one of us goes over and looks around and finds her classroom. And we take the fire extinguisher and throw it through the window.
That was fucking stupid.
So jump in through the window. Mind you, I'm like 13 and the other dudes are like 15 and 16. Climbing through the window and we're moving around. We don't find no fucking candy because, we don't even know what classroom is which classroom, not being told which way to go. So we go and play basketball in the fucking gymnasium for about 30 minutes.
That was stupid.
We're kids. We don't understand the concept of breaking into shit. So we're doing that, and then somebody walks out the front door.
What the fuck? Why would you do that?
So it sets off this silent alarm.
Oh my god.
And then it sets off the actual alarm. So we done been in this motherfucker for about 30, 45 minutes. Not knowing that the window being broken set off a alarm that called the cops. The cops show up just as we hear the alarms go off in the building.
Wait, it went off after?
So they had like 2 silent alarms.
Mm-hmm.
So the first silent alarm went off when we broke the window. The second silent alarm went off when
I'm talking about the one that you could hear.
Oh yeah, no, they were coming up the bend. They didn't have no sirens on, and
they knew what they were doing.
So we push open one door, and the alarm goes off like loud as shit, and I just start booking it, and then they pull into the fucking parking lot.
They knew what they was doing.
They turned on the sirens, and on the side of the car, I peeped this from the side of the car as these two fucking hoodlums is running for the hill. It's a K9 unit.
Wow.
It's a K9 unit. So, my black ass was like, nope. Face down, hands on the back of my head.
Bro, I would have literally went into your locker and just hit that.
We were already outside. Like, the door closed behind us and relocked. So as soon as I seen that the car said K9 unit, and I heard on the "Don't move," I was like, "Nigga,
what the fuck? You stupid!" Oh my god, I don't even know what this story is about anymore. But anyways, yeah, that was stupid, bro. I'm not condoning criminal activity, but that was comically stupid. Okay, so all right, so back on Menifee. I do his in processing, and we just can't wait to get this motherfucker back to the barracks. But I said, I'll finish his in processing, right? So then the drill sergeant goes there with the other drill sergeant that brought him there, and he's just standing there. They said, wait by this desk. Motherfucker's not even at parade rest. I'm like, what the fuck is this dude's problem? Does he not know they want him at parade rest? So they come out the room, and we all go, Eddie's! He looks around. I'm like, the fuck? So that drill sergeant looks at him when the other one starts walking out, don't even pay attention to him. You fuck up one time in my presence, and I guarantee you I will ruin your fucking life. Right? So we get back to the barracks. Now again, this is someone who sleeps on the opposite side of the room from me. Opposite side of the room to me. And first thing that happens when we get in there, you did what? I was like, what the fuck did this guy do? I don't care if y'all trying to keep a secret. I'm gonna find out. I was like, man, hey look, I just went up to a bitch. I was like, oh, so you a hood niglet and you over here trying to be a hood niglet in fucking the military. I'm sorry, but last time I checked, there are only 2 things you can get away with in the military: sexism and racism. And just so we're clear, I'm not happy about that. Don't assume I'm happy about that. I actually hate that shit. Most of the people who came around me, if I hated you, it was either because you were an immature man-child who kept pissing me off, or you were sexist or racist. It's really those three. And I was like, already tuned out. But then he said, nah, man, I just told this one bitch to suck my dick. I wasn't being serious though, man. She just wouldn't shut the fuck up. I was like, so you thought it was a good idea to yell out, suck my dick, literally in the cafeteria? I mean, nah, but I was just mad. Is that even a proper response? I was like, okay. Now I don't actually get mad at him or anything. I just say to him straight up, okay, well, hey, I'm sorry for you, man. I hope you can get this shit removed off your record, because here's how the military like to fuck with people who really fuck up in the military. They'll give you a dishonorable or less than honorable, and you can't fix it until you come back in the military and actually do good. So when next time you get out, you got a different discharge. They will literally not change your discharge, even if your behavior improves while you're back in the military, until after your discharge. So if you do a 3-year contract, and you got in with a less than honorable or dishonorable, and you wrote a letter about, man, I fucked up and I understand, I'm sorry, you're not getting that fixed until you finish that contract. Last I checked. Shit may be different, but one of the drill sergeants was telling me, like, oh, the military can trap people with a less honorable or dishonorable. I was like, well, and my first thought was, are you supposed to be telling me that? Is this your opinion or is this a fact?
Both.
Probably.
Definitely both.
Yeah. So here's what ends up happening. I don't really, like I said, I'm on the opposite side of the room of this guy. So I'm not going to be dealing with him a lot. Right? Now, shit you not. There are sometimes we get duties and activities that the able-bodied people get to do, whether they're med hold or discharge, because someone figured out a way to get people who are in Charlie 95th to still work for the military. And it's not even a punishment. They just want you to do it because someone else didn't want to do it who was supposed to do it. I'm not even joking. So he went somewhere with 2 females and 3 dudes, right? But he left. And he went up to this obese African-American lady. I'm not making fun of her, just so we're clear. I'm being descriptive. She was a PT failure. I don't know what happens. Sometimes people who have no athletic ability and are obese just get put into the system, despite even admitting they have no physical capabilities or even have tried to get any while they were outside. You can be big in the military. We all know there's big people, but the big people can still do PT and they still have athletic. It's just you can't see it over the fat, you know? Mm-hmm. So everyone's nice to her. She's a very nice and polite black lady, and I wish her the best of luck in whatever she attempts to do now in her life, right? He ducked off and left his two male battles, went over there to her, found her, undid his pants, and said, hey, can I please just like get some ass? Not even joking. He said something like that with his pants half down. So the minute they get back, they straight up told him, oh, I never seen a drill sergeant go off like that. Right? So you didn't see it because, well, you were too tall and you probably didn't even think to look at it. But there's an emergency care bed that's surrounded by a bunch of lockers that no one ever used. It's there to block off things, and it's there for the private use of the person that has to sleep over there, right? Sometimes it's for people who can't be in process because it's too late at night. What? It's right next to the bathroom. So the bathroom be right there.
No,
yeah.
What I was thinking about the contagious wing where they put all the people with pink eye.
Oh, the pink eye stuff. Yeah, no, but it's on the other side of that, which is kind of scary if you think about it, because the wall for the people who are most contagious is the wall for the people who are most injured and sick. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. I just thought about it, but it's also a temporary bed. Like it only got used maybe 3 times while I was there, and I was there for like 6-7 months, right?
Shit, I hated walking in that room. There's like, you see all the beds with curtains over them? Those motherfuckers have pink eye. Stay away from them. I was like, why did you put me in a room with everybody with pink eye?
Because they didn't want to spend the money to make their own section. So, all right, so, drill sergeant just started going off. When I say everyone in that room was silent, everyone in that room was silent. This wasn't, drill sergeant's mad at somebody and he's yelling at them, everyone better shut up or they get caught in a shitstorm. I mean, like, I thought he was going to die. Like, he was going to literally beat this dude's ass. Oh, what?
Drill Sergeant Tompkins. He's the drill sergeant from my unit. Mm-hmm. that went to be on the trail. So he's a drill sergeant, now going to be a drill sergeant for drill sergeants.
That's hilarious.
So this man will walk into the room and, we're cleaning shit and, we're fucking around, we're cleaning shit. And we see him walk in and, jump up, about to say at ease. He looked me dead in my eye. He was like, don't you say a motherfucking word.
That's why he did that?
Drill Sergeant Tompkins was back in my unit.
Oh, okay. No, someone did that to somebody else. Oh, or maybe they just didn't like it when we yelled at ease in a shaky room.
So yeah, he comes stalking in, and let me give you a visual representation of Drill Sergeant Tompkins. Have you ever seen Superman?
All of them.
Have you ever seen The Rock?
Yeah.
The Rock now.
Yeah, he got bigger.
So picture them two having a baby,
Oh my
and
God.
he's black as shit.
That's Black Dynamite.
So this man walk in the room, fucking uniform, just hugging every fucking muscle. And he stared me down and say, don't say a motherfucking word. And then I realize he's not mad at me because he turns around and gets fucking target locked on the one bed that can be seen from the fucking door. Mm-hmm. And it's these two kids. One is a skinny white boy from like Detroit, and the other one's like some big, like huge black dude, like not huge, like muscular huge, like
he's fat.
Yeah, from like New York. And they're over there chopping it up, having fucking fun. Neither one of them are wearing shirts, and we have co-ed dorms in Fort Sill. So
no, you had co-ed dorms. What the fuck? I never had no shit like that.
So they're not wearing shirts, not wearing no socks, in their underwear. Drill sergeant get target locked.
Well, he thought they was fucking, or they were just trying to change in the barracks.
They were changing the barracks.
I hate when people do that because everyone is going to tell you not to do it, and then if you get fucked over, they fuck everybody up. It's never one person when it's someone trying to change in the barracks. Dude, you can walk 20 feet to the damn bathroom.
So, Drill Sergeant Tompkins get within 2 steps of him. And I don't know how they didn't see this big motherfucker, because he come in the door like a fucking black shadow. Like, the door actually darkens in this motherfucker.
Darkness descended.
And he gets within like 2 steps on him. And loud as fuck, like louder than any other drill sergeant. Because this is why this man got chose as a drill sergeant of drill sergeants. What the fuck are you doing in my barracks in your underwear? Reach out, slap both they lockers with one hand. Them bitches flip and go a good 2-3 feet.
God damn.
It's like, oh, y'all like to play fuck games. I want everybody out here right now.
That is a drill sergeant special at Fort Sill. Everybody knows the words fuck game. You don't know what a fuck game is, but you know you don't want to get caught doing it.
I don't want it. Just how I don't want it. So everybody gets in full mop gear. Oh. There are people that were just in the shower, soap and everything in their head, get drug out of the shower by other privates because they don't want to get fucked up by Drill Sergeant Tompkins. So they're pulling niggas out the fucking bathrooms. People are in stalls taking shits and shit shower and shade because this is like early in the fucking morning. And it's like, full mop gear, I'm going to show you what fuck games look like. Oh. 4 hours later.
Damn, 4 hours?
4 hours later.
All of you or just them?
All of us.
Wow, that is sad.
Assholes and elbows, ass to head in the fucking
centipede
bunk room.
Push-ups?
Yes.
Oh, I fucking hate centipede push-ups. Why is it that the person who's like the frailest is never at the beginning or the end? They're always somewhere in the middle.
All the way in the middle. And every time somebody fucked up, we started the count over.
Oh, man.
And what made it so much worse is Drill Sergeant up front, in the front leading rest, doing these bitches in cadence. In cadence. 1, 2, 3. Y'all better keep the fuck up. 1, 2, 3.
You one person. We're like 30 people connected.
And everybody's sweating. That whole barrack smelled like ass.
Yeah.
And you could actually see steam rising off people. Like we was fucked up.
Oh yeah, that's called making the wall sweat. People think it's a joke, or they say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this to you," like it's a metaphor. No, they can actually do that.
And then everybody, all right, Now, take y'all dirty asses and get in that shower. Y'all better be outside on the parade field in 30 fucking minutes. There's 60 of us in this motherfucking barracks.
So that means everybody can't get more than 3 minutes in the shower.
So we're out there, everybody all dressed up. Now we're gonna go eat since y'all missed fucking breakfast.
Like it's their fault they did that shit. Oh, I'm so sorry that we were crippled and hobbled by your ass whooping, Sergeant. Please, may we have another? Okay, so yeah, tangent aside, that was funny though. We don't know what's going on, but we also see that black female crying. But, I'm kind of friends with, her name's not Jennifer Lawrence, but I'm going to call her Jennifer Lawrence because literally she looked like Jennifer Lawrence. And this is right when, Hunger Games was getting ready to blow up or they were getting ready to do part 2. So it's 2013 or either early 2014. I was like, hey, was it Pickett or Willett? I think her name was Willett. I was like, hey, what the fuck happened? It's like, I don't know, I wasn't there. I was like, well, kind of find out for us because our tables are lined up. So the females do sit at a separate table, but they're all lined up. So you could talk to somebody just by shifting over who's like 5 or 6 tables down. So she was kind of sort of reading my lip or someone else's lip. And she found out for us. And that's when we know, no, this motherfucker didn't. I wanted to beat his, I don't even know this girl. I literally never even saw her name tag. I wanted to beat the fuck out of him on principle. Right? But here's the thing though. I won't call him the scary drill sergeant, but I call him silent but deadly. I don't remember this dude's name, but like I said, this is the one who was cool with me. He would talk to me just about life and shit. I guess he was trying to see what's going on in my head because, like I said, you can lose your mind so fast. Literally, and I thought it was a joke. Every single med hold kid that was in there, they told me they lost their mind at one point. And they said, oh, Pearson, don't worry, man. You're not special. It's going to happen to you. You just haven't been here long enough. I was like,
you're not
what?
Special.
I didn't say I was, man, but that's a fucked up thing to say. Hey, look, I'm just being accurate, man. Like, they were literally not even trying to be addictive. It was like, you're going to go crazy. It's just a matter of when. I was like, that's disturbing. Okay. So, anyways, what ends up happening is, we find out at some point in time. So they say we got a special place for you to go. I was like, oh, they about to take this nigga to jail or something, right? Nope. So there was this person who had a spinal surgery, not the same thing as me, or maybe it was a knee surgery. Amy Gillis, but I'm gonna call her Gillis, right? She was supposed to stay over there in that emergency bed because her ass was so fucked up. Walking was painful. She could barely get 5 steps. We had to bring her own food, and the food carton table, as you know, was like maybe 20 steps away, right? She got put over in her barracks, but I don't know this is happening. So at the end of the day, I go into the drill sergeant's office and we talk, and I ask him, hey, drill sergeant, permission to speak freely. He was shocked by this. He was like, what the fuck could you possibly have to say? He's like, go ahead. Hey, I don't trust that dude around Gillis. He's pretty much racist, and even if he wasn't getting kicked out for sexual harassment, he would probably get kicked out for racism. I feel like he need to be monitored, or he shouldn't be anywhere near there. Because here's what we know. He's supposed to be sleeping over, he's supposed to be moving into the area. So they said, no, we're gonna move Gillis over there, but we're going to put him over there until we get a special visitor come through. But you are right, Pearson. And there's no need to curse. I was like, all right, bitch, did you forget you were a drill sergeant? But, we are in permission to speak freely, so his regular personality versus his drill sergeant persona is coming in. Some people, there's no distinction. And some people, drill sergeant persona is just the worst person. It's just them being themselves, which means they're complete and total human trash. And some people just, I'm doing this because it's a job, right? So, he's like, and it's taken care of. So we all go back, right? And as you know, you weren't allowed to, but as a med hold, we get like an hour and a half at the end of the day to take our strong medication and use our phones if everybody who isn't even us acts right? We get an hour. But the room is so fucked up, we can't actually get signal unless we open the front door, but we can't wear cold weather gear because we don't have cold weather gear. So we had to freeze just to contact humanity. And
I remember that.
Yeah, and we weren't even allowed to, they didn't even know that we didn't have access to mail. Like, they literally didn't know it until 2 months later when I showed up. So that means for almost 3 or 4 years straight, there was no access to mail for anybody, whether you were med hold. It really was fucked up. So, I go back to my room, and that dude is now permanently over there. Gillis is fine, right? So then later on, I almost beat the shit out this dude. I was already pissed about what he did, but when we get back to the Bears, literally every single South American person in there, they was like, I'm glad he got kicked out, or fuck that dude. He kept calling everybody spick, blah, blah, blah. And he keeps saying fucked up shit to the girls. I was like, oh, sorry, females. He kept saying fucked up shit to the female soldiers and the female privates. So I was like, well, what is he saying to y'all? He's like, bro, he thinks spick is not only not a racist term, but is somehow our ethnicity. Like, actually, a Mexican's ethnicity is the word spick. A Puerto Rican person's ethnicity is the word spick. I was like, are you fucking serious? So then the oldest dude there, he was a nice guy. He was happily married, right? He was like 40 something. Like, yeah, I literally spent 5 to 10 minutes trying to explain to him, listen, that's not okay. Why it's not okay and why you shouldn't be doing it, despite you already leaving the military, right? I was like, y'all could have fucked him up. Don't nobody like him anyway. He's like, yeah, well, hindsight's 2020. Now, mind you, because like I said, everybody's 14 days. So he fucked up the first 2 days. So it's 14 days left, right? Now, here's where we come to the hilarious end of this story. So I'm still talking to Gillis for like 2-3 years after this. She was still there. She didn't even like get out, I think, until 2015 of Fort Seals Basic Combat Barracks. And I was like, hey, I'm happy for you. Congratulations. I hope you move forward with your life. And one Christmas, or that Christmas of 2015, and this is where it's fucking hilarious. So we got to talking, and I was like, hey, we was talking about something involving like clothing that she was wearing. So I was like, hey, Gillis, I don't know if you remember this, but everyone wore camouflage. I don't actually know what your body looked like. And I'm not saying like, you know, I was like a pervert checking you out or nothing. Everyone's wearing camouflage. This stuff is not form fitting. I don't know what you look like. So then she showed me. Now, mind you, it was literally not some sexual smut picture, and I'm not saying it was, right? So we started talking about eggnog and how she never had eggnog. Because one of the things I like to say during turkey time, Christmas time is, Merry Eggnogmas, enjoy your eggnog, and have a Merry Eggnog New Year. Because I fucking love eggnog. She's like, I've never had eggnog. I was like, are you serious? So I threw up some meme after I saw her picture because it loaded at late because I was still talking to her. It was a gif of like a Photoshop fake dick or something. I was like, nope, this boner totally isn't your fault. Now, don't get me wrong. It was a joke. She knew it was a joke. However, I understand, and as we all know, everyone's sense of humor is different. If she thought I was being serious about that, or I was saying, yeah, I want to fuck you right now because now I've seen your body, ha ha ha. No, because first off, there's a picture of her on her Facebook and social media, right? And I said, so yeah, I really think you would try this. Like, oh, well, that's right. You ended up moving to a state I would have went to. I mean, hell, if I'd have been out there, you know, probably would have tried to ask you out or something. But you know, hindsight's 2020, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Oh my God, are you serious? I was like, yeah, but I didn't end up living in the same state as you. It's fine. How dare you come at me? I have a man and blah blah blah. I was like, what are you talking about? Gillis, go read what I said. I didn't say, hey, I want to come steal you from your man. Listen to the words. I literally just said, if I had ended up in the same state as you, where I would have had no friends, didn't know nobody, I would have came through or tried to link up with you. Not in a, hey, let me come fuck. I mean, hey, I would like to be friends, but also, you know, if it leads to a relationship, not a smack, pump and dump, I would have, you know, passed. And if you would say no, I would be fine with it. I'm not trying to like steal you away. I'm in Illinois. You're not in Illinois. What the fuck? Also, no, I'm serious about eggnog though. You really should try it. So she stops responding. I was like, the fuck? Seriously? You just didn't want to read the next statement, or you didn't read actually what I was saying to you? And then here's the hilarious part. Every single med hole told me that she kept trying to fuck all the girls in the barracks. So either she's bisexual or lesbian and she can just say, oh, I'm a lesbian. Or she was already trying to cheat on her quote unquote man the whole entire time that she was a med hold. Oh, and she never actually took me off her Facebook. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? It's fine. So just to recap, I had a friend who was a med hold like me. And I almost ended up the same state as her. Would have tried to date her. Or be her friend. I'm fine with either, especially when, you know, we have a platonic relationship. If we were platonic beforehand, I don't care if I'm rejected. I'm a guy. That's like the nature of the beast. We all know this. No, but not everybody. Few men, unless they're extremely pretty and rich, get a yes every single time. And I'm not a fucking virgin or lonely or insecure. I didn't harass her, nothing. And that was literally the last time we spoke. But I'm still on her fucking Facebook. I want to see what happens if I just tell her happy birthday one year. That'd be fucking hilarious. Might actually do that. I think her birthday is next month or something. No, I'm not stalking her, just so we're clear. Facebook has a whole notifications devoted to birthdays, and I think her bubble showed up in one. Yeah.
So
that's how I know when your birthday is. I don't actually know when your birthday is too. Yeah, I know he's about to ask. No, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie. You my homie. We talk, but I don't know when anybody's birthday is. Facebook just reminds me.
No, I was like, you said nobody gets told yes every time. I've gotten told yes every time.
Bullshit, but wrapping up. So yeah, that's just a funny story. Here's a girl who I never had a negative thing to say about. Apparently all the other med holes hated her, or they thought she was a slut or something. And again, I totally was just indifferent to it because it was only happening to the females, and the female bears like, hey, why you telling me? I can't do shit about it. Tell the drill sergeant. I was like, but they didn't. So it is what it is.
They couldn't tell on her.
They could. I don't know.
No, they couldn't tell on her, but they could tell. Somebody could go snitch on our fucking storage locker and get all that shit.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna make this one really, really short because I don't want this to be we could make it a part 2, but there's so much other shit that happened that it won't. I don't want this to take it up. So Jacob Adams, the guy we mentioned who ripped his anus. Yes, that actually happened. We can get full details in a part 2, but there was a drill sergeant everyone hated, including the other drill sergeant. They literally told us, if we found out you tell that everyone hates him, including his own commanders, we will fuck you up. He's only here because people hate him and don't want to deal with him. Drill Sergeant Lawson, that's his name. Always said something stupid when you told him where you was from, and he would pretend he knew how to run your entire political system. No one fucking asked you. So, Drill Sergeant Lawson found out, somebody thought it'd be a good idea to tell Drill Sergeant Lawson, hey, we had a spare locker that had extra storage units so people didn't have to go and then worry about running out stuff while they're waiting to go back home. And that Jacob Adams beat the lock off of it because he just felt like being a dick. Because, you know, Johnson, I think that was his name, didn't want to fucking help him out or give him any extra shit. He didn't have to. It was leftover shit that people were nice enough to give him because they knew he was going to be there longer. And it's better to give someone leftover or a half thing of detergent than it is to just dump it into a trash can. It's still usable, right? So it was really nice and organized. He had been building nothing up for 8 months. So here comes Jacob Adams beating the lock off because one day Richardson told him, I think his name was Richardson or Johnson, told him, oh, no, you can't have none of my shit. Fuck you. You're being a dick all the time. I don't have to give you this, right? Lawson found out, said, go get everything out that locker. And he either stole it or he threw it away, which no one got to use. That's how that happened.
Shit. That's 8 months of soul.
He literally punished everyone else for an actual crime. Bro, call the fucking police on this dude. He broke and entered federal property. But yeah, that's just a short version. We could easily do a part 5, let alone 2 of this. You weren't there. It's one of the podcast episodes. I wanted you there for it. In the other barracks I was in, when I got into my second basic over at Fort Wacky Jackie, we found a dildo in the ceiling the first day. An actual double-ended dildo. Yes, it was purple. I'm sure you would have loved it.
Why are y'all digging in the ceiling?
They didn't have a ceiling that was solid. It actually could open up.
Yeah, why y'all?
Because we knew someone was gonna hide some shit in there, or someone left some shit in there. We were literally going up there to find out what got left in there. Mind you, I didn't do it. But yeah. With that being said, that brings this episode of Life Stories to an end, and I will see you guys when I see you guys.
Peace out.
Have a good one.